I come to you today in the spirits of many strong people that have gone before me. On this 1/20/2020, Martin Luther King's birthday, I come to you in the spirit of Martin Luther King. I come to you in the spirit of Nat Turner. I come to you in the spirit of Frederick Douglass. I come to you in the spirit of many black revolutionary speakers, but not only those, man. I come to you in the spirit of Elijah the prophet, John the prophet, and Yeshua the Messiah. I come to you as a man who has experienced the reality of what goes on in America. I'm here live at Jefferson Park, Richmond, Virginia, the former capital of the Confederacy. So I'm fully aware of the reality of what racism is and what slavery means. In my personal opinion, it's in my DNA. Right behind me in the bottom, people that look like myself, and maybe many of y'all that watching, they were sold as goods, as commodities. You understand what I'm saying? But now we're free, or so they say. Here in the same city, Richmond, Virginia, a man by the name of Patrick Henry on March 23rd, 1775 said, "Give me liberty or give me death." What Patrick was saying was, I'd rather die and move on than be a slave, than to be in bondage. I understand. I understand at a tender age of 19, I was almost killed by Caucasian law enforcement officers right in front of my family. What that did was drive a deep wound into my heart about authority and about my nation. I had to do some deep soul searching to get over that. But to be so honest with you, the answer, the remedy to my sickness was YAH. That's right, YAH, YAH. So the title of this speech is Try YAH. As a young black man, yeah, we done tried marches. We done tried the Black Panthers. We done tried the Nation of Islam. We done tried many different things, but have we truly tried YAH? See, I'm calling his name YAH because God to me is a title. God to me is a noun. We are known by our names. So I don't want to be superficial and just say, God, try God. We always try God. Let's truly try YAH. Now again, I come to you not as a person who haven't seen many different experiences. Again, the police almost killed me right in front of my family. I know, bro. I know, sis, what police brutality is like. I know what it feels like to go and serve your country, come back as a veteran, but still be seen as a nigga. So although we may have taken that term and used it as a term of endearment, it has deep darkness attached to it. And I beseech thee, I come before thee on this day, MLK, and I ask you to rise up. Don't just rise up like, oh, we about to do a revolution, but yeah, I think it really is time for a revolution. The revolution starts within, by you knowing who you are, knowing what you're capable of, knowing in whose image you were created in. It's so easy to kill one another when you're blind. But how about if you knew who you were? We are kings, we are queens, we are princes, we are princesses. However, don't use that term lightly and ignorantly. Use it in the fullness by you walking into who you are. Walking into who you are. So yeah, we out here in the cold and the rain because we're here to make history on this day. I know all about redlining. I know all about black codes. I know all about Jim Crow. I know all about these tools that this nation, yes, is using and has used to systematically put black people at the bottom. Yes, I've spoken ignorantly many times. And there is a truth that says blacks have gotten more than we've ever had. There are black billionaires. There are black multimillionaires. But there are still millions of blacks all across this land that are living in poverty. So I think the time is here. And yes, I am a Christian. Yes, I am a minister. Yes, I am a man of God. And I want to address the church. A lot of y'all won't agree with this. They say, no, Marquise, we can't go down that lane right there. No, Marquise, we don't talk about that stuff. No, Marquise, it's all about the kingdom. No, Marquise, we ain't doing derision and division. Who doing derision and division? The scriptures say, study to show yourself approved unto YAH. A workman needs not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. In a vast majority of churches around America, you can walk inside of there, and these people love the Lord, and you will still see the reality of the black and white divide. You will still see it. We can love each other. It's brother, brother. It's sister, sister. It's all beautiful. But there's an unspoken reality where the white brothers and sisters in the faith still enjoy and appreciate this privilege that they have as whites. I don't feel convicted about what I'm doing. I had to finally, truly embrace who I am and what I was called to do. The Lord YAH called Moses to the Hebrews to set the captives free. Paul was an apostle called to the Hebrews initially. When they rejected him, then he was sent to the Gentiles. Even the Lord Yeshua himself said, don't go out there. You first go to the lost sheep of Israel first. Then you go to Samaria and Judea and all the uttermost parts of the world. So brothers and sisters in the faith, please stop trying to tell me not to do what God has put inside of Marquise to do. I say it with the utmost respect. Yes, our home is above. Yes, our abode is above. All of that is true. All of that is understandable. However, as long as we abide on this planet, as long as we are here, the Lord said, occupy until I return. Why can we not have many of the things and the necessities that we need, and even more? The crime rate has increased because there's no programs for a lot of the young men to have. I've seen documentaries in Chicago where the boys say, all we can do is stand on the block. All we can do is post on the block because they closed all the community centers. They closed all the community centers. So what do you expect us to do? If they don't have the black men and women that are standing up, although there are some, that to constantly come and pour into them, to come out there and spend time with them, to invest in them, to show them that they are more than drug dealers, they are more than numbers, they are more than welfare recipients. Don't tell me this isn't a righteous cause. The Lord said he is a God of just and righteousness, which lies the problem also. I believe, my black brothers and sisters, as I said, the name of this speech is Try YAH. We've gone to Islam. Nowadays, some of us are even going to Buddhism and Eastern mysticism and yoga and all these various gods. I believe we've turned our back on the one true God. I stand in a home of slavery. Okay? The brothers and sisters, our ancestors and forefathers that went before us, they praised YAH. And it wasn't the slave master's God that they said, that we're always fed. These people were people of prayer, and it moved things. I'm kind of torn between what I'm learning right now, between who we truly are as blacks. Whether we were Indians, meaning natives to this land, taken to Africa, then brought back, or where we came from Africa, from Israel. I'm still learning that, but this is what I declare by the Spirit of the Lord that I believe by studying this for quite some time. And as I share with my partner, I'm about to release something that I've never released publicly and have never heard anybody say to this day. I've told people I am a prophet. I don't say that for fame, for recognition, because I can't do this on my own. But I'm about to tell you something that I haven't heard anybody say. And I maybe only told 1 or 2 people that. I don't know what the reality is yet of where we came from, but this is why I believe that a very large portion of the blacks in America are the people of God, are the lost tribe of Israel. This is why I believe that. I told you in the beginning, try YAH, Y-A-H. Have you ever thought why so many people in the urban cities, or the black people, or the ghetto people, do you ever think about why they named their children something that ends with YAH? Rasai YAH, Enai YAH, Jeremiah YAH, Tamai YAH, Kai Yana. That's a little different. But do you get what I'm saying? I've met so many young black girls, and their name ends with YAH. I've met black boys straight out the hood, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Daniel, Samuel, and every other thing. But going back specifically to those girls' names, Enaya, Sadiah, Kanijah, I met a Shekinah, I've met a Rasiah. Family, that's God's name right in the people. Where does that come from? White people don't name their children that. Asian people don't name their children that. Arabic people don't name their children that. He put that name right in us. Why? Because I believe it's in our DNA. It's who we are. I've never heard one person bring that forth. And I've held on to that revelation for years. You can ask my wife for verification. For years, I've held on to that revelation as I meditated. I said, these little girls, the last part of their name got why? Lord, it got your name in it. Where does it come from? It comes from within. It comes from within. They say you can take somebody out the hood. You can't take the hood out them. You can take somebody from their homeland and fatherland, but you can't take the father out of the people. We are a special people. We are a chosen people. And the time is now for us to rise up and repent. That's the first thing. While we try YAH, it's time for us to repent. We can't take back slavery. We can't take none of that back. But what we can do is we can repent. We can forgive. We can reconcile. We can hold accountable. And we can pray. And not only that, we can also run for offices. We can also boycott companies. We can also pool resources. We can also take many different actions. I am calling for a revolution, but it's not the type that you think. And I'm not against guns. They have their place. But if we pull on heaven, on the heart of our Father as His chosen people, even if it's a remnant, I don't care if it's 1 out of 10 black people that get this message, get pricked in their heart, and be willing to take action, to get on their face and say, Father, I'm sorry. I have served other gods. I have gone astray. I have done that. I believe we can move heaven. And I believe we can see a change in this city. I truly believe that. So as I close this speech, I want you to think about that. Why do they redline us and carve out the city? Why was the Highway Act initiated in the 1940s and 50s to cut cities right in half? Jackson Ward cut right in half by the highway. The Bronx, New York, cut right in half by the highway. That's when the ghettos became what they were. That's when all the crime was constituted and concentrated. This is not by happenstance. Why would this government systematically put us in the position where we are? Because many of them, most of them, if not all of them, know exactly who we are. So I come to you in the name of the Lord. I encourage you to repent. I have nothing against any Muslim, nothing against any Buddhist, nothing against any other person in any other religion, Egyptology. Some of those people might just be of Egyptian bloodline, but I'm talking to Israel right now. I am talking to the remnant of God's chosen people. It is not by happenstance that we feel the way we feel. It is not by happenstance that we go through it the most. We can see the reality of the curses all over us. Why else did they blow up Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921, Black Wall Street? It's a Black Wall Street around the street in Jackson Ward, Richmond, Virginia, where my grandfather was from. This is who I am. I am an entrepreneur. I am a minister. I am a prophet. I am a teacher. I am a king. This is who I am. So I come to you in love. I come to you in the spirit of everybody I said before. Martin Luther King, Frederick Douglass. I definitely come in the spirit of Nat Turner, Elijah the prophet, John the prophet, and above all, Yeshua HaMashiach, the true and living God. I love you all so very much. We're going to hit y'all hard. Expect a new video for the whole month of February and Black History Month. You can find me at MarquiseTrent.com. You can find me on Instagram at Marquise Trent. Go ahead and like, comment, and share. Share how you feel below. Because we can only do this when we come together. Again, I'm not speaking derision. I'm not speaking division. But everybody out here can get what they need for their people. And blacks, we still kick to the curb. Whenever we talk about it, it's a problem. I'm done with that. I'm going to walk in who I was called to be, and I'm going to do what I was called to do. I love y'all. You already know what time it is. Y'all bless.